Oh, Hey babes, squinks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miranda. If you're new here, welcome back to day 2 of 31 days of Halloween. Make sure you check out day 1 if you haven't already, and if it's way after day 2, make sure to click the playlist and catch up. So today we are going to be reacting to Nuke's top 5 scary things caught on camera, Witches edition. Now, I don't know about you, but witches scare me, and no one ever said Nuke's videos were not scary, so. Before we get started, if you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on social so we can become friends, check out my merch, and let's just get started.
Face has completely changed, doesn't even look like a person.
Hello.
Oh, I saw that before.
Hello.
Top 5 scary things caught on camera. Witches. The Witch of Delray. Rose Veres was a Hungarian immigrant who ran a boarding house in the Delray neighborhood of Detroit, Michigan. Neighbors believed that Rose was a witch and possessed magical powers. Everyone in her boarding house feared her and refused to look her in the eye. But the story gets even creepier.
There's nothing good about witches.
Possibly more, passed away under mysterious circumstances while living in Rose's boarding house. Rose was arrested in 1931, and newspapers dubbed her, quote, the Witch of Delray. In this next video, a man who claims to be a policeman says he was filming outside the famous boarding house of the Witch of Delray when this happened.
I was on one of my recent calls. There was a domestic disturbance over in Delray. And it turned out to be resolved by the time I got there, but you know, some people yell, and then they stop yelling. By the time I got there, I noticed there were some peculiar noises coming from a neighboring house. Please bear with me. I'm not professional at this, but here's some stills and footage I took.
We're here on Medina Street. That thing on. The house appears abandoned. A lot about fires, and this looks like an isolated incident coming from within the home. Not very
Ew, she caught the place on fire doing witchcraft.
I had no warrant, and I certainly did not want to enter. If you see for yourself what I saw.
Hello. Hello.
What the?
In the Force, you learn to trust.
Ew, that was a ghost face.
Yourself, and I was jeopardizing my safety.
Ugh.
But the sounds I heard, and now you've heard, I cannot explain them.
So is this the ghost of the famous Witch of Delray taking a quick look out the window? Or is it all just a hoax? You decide.
It's creepy, whatever it is.
Cabin in the woods. A Twitter poster named Greg claims that after his grandfather passed away, he inherited an isolated lake cabin located deep in the woods. He decided to stay there for the winter while trying to sell the house. But Greg says that someone soon began to leave strange things outside his home, including this odd wooden symbol that was left hanging on his doorknob.
Oh no.
He says that soon after, he began to find more of the strange trinkets around his property.
Witches scare me more than ghosts do.
And late one night, while Greg was wandering around outside, he saw this.
What the?
Strange woman, bald, and seemingly with only pale skin where her eyes should be, was standing in the darkness outside his home.
Ew.
Greg says that he could only describe the woman as a witch.
A person.
But he doesn't know who she was or why she was there.
Oh, what
Now, of course, most people believe Greg's story to be yet another Twitter ARG
Someone was
or
leaving
internet
weird
horror
stuff at his
fiction.
house, and then he
But
whipped
many of his
outside one day and saw
100,000
that.
Twitter followers believe his story to be something more. And, of course, Greg claims that his story is 100% real. So is this Twitter tale fact or fiction? Is this the
Just
true
creepy,
story of a
whatever it
lonely
is.
mountain cabin and what could be a mysterious witch in the woods? Or is it just another intricate Twitter creepypasta? You decide. By the way, you can read more of Greg's story on his Twitter at Gregory88. Bruja in the basement. In a very strange video from Colombia, a family claims that they are tormented by the spirit of a bruja or witch who haunts their home. In this clip, they are woken in the middle of the night by bizarre moans coming from downstairs.
Son las 1:30 de la mañana. Estoy otra vez acá en la casa. Están molestando como siempre. Esta vez quise grabar. Aquí está la Marianita. Voy a despertar a Junior. Juniorcito.
Mami, señora.
Papi, levántate que otra vez están molestando. ¿Otra vez están molestando acá en la puerta? Vamos, entonces, pero grabemos esto. Cristian está acá abajo del... Cristian, ven, tus compañeros que estén pendientes, que otra vez están molestando en la puerta. Están molestando acá. Vamos a ver.
This is intense.
Tira, Jonita.
Mami, ¿te oye?
Mami, pero que van a abrir allá. Mami, por favor, cuidando a la niña, por favor, por Dios. Dios mío, Señor, guarda, descubre tu sangre preciosa, Señor, por favor.
Hola, bonita.
Ew, I got the
¿Se
chills.
están escuchando?
Also, no from
Mami,
me.
habla por fin.
Pero quiero, me da la mano. No puede por eso. El nombre de Jesús. Que tenga la lista ahí.
¿Qué te diga? No te vas a salir, por favor.
Ven, tenga la tenilla lista. Cristian, quédate atrás de nosotros.
Quede calmada. Mami, te oyes abajo,
Mami, abajo. Sí. Cójala. Yo no estoy... ¿Qué pedazo de niña?
Deja la niña, no hay
Cristian.
que subirse algo, nosotros andamos con mi abuelita ahorita.
Vamos a bajar por el sótano. Agarro con la peluca, se lo veo.
En nombre de Jesús. No, mire, yo no quiero bajar solo.
It's even scarier because it's not like good quality.
Agarra la luz.
¿No entra el rápido? Mami, está hacia allá, mire.
Acércate con la cámara. No está por allá.
Vamos.
¿Qué
peligro eso?
No, por eso voy a acercarla. En el nombre de Jesús. Ya déjenos en paz.
En el nombre de Jesús.
I don't really understand what's happening right now. Oh.
Pero vamos ya.
As is probably evident from the potato video quality, this clip has been passed around the internet to the point that the original source is no longer known. So unfortunately, there's no follow-up and no information on what happened to the family. But
Well,
what's your
that
opinion?
was...
Does it look
doesn't
like this
matter, it's
family
that
is being
scary
haunted by
enough.
the spirit of a witch? Or is it all just a hoax and some fake hysteria? Witch's Walkway. Mike from the YouTube channel The In Vegas Style set up a motion-activated security camera outside his home after neighbors told him that some suspicious teens were skulking around his house while he was at work. Sure enough, he caught video of someone who seemed to be casing his home, repeatedly walking up to his house to check things out. Mike posted the video online and notified his neighbors to be on the lookout. Luckily, everything worked out, and there was never a break-in or any property vandalism. Now, cut to 2 years later. Mike still has his motion-activated security camera installed, monitoring the street outside his home. Well, on this particular day, the camera catches something very bizarre. The camera begins recording as Mike's wife pulls into their garage, but the footage is digitally distorted. It's so pixelated that it almost looks like the camera is damaged or receiving some serious interference. But notice the strange figure walking down the sidewalk, and then the video clears for one brief frame to reveal this. For just an instant, we see clear footage of something that appears to be right out of a horror movie. It looks like some misshapen thing with a long nose and a tiny head, dressed in very bizarre clothing.
No, I have chills.
Now, as I mentioned, there is heavy distortion in the clip, but it seems very odd that the person or thing in the video seems to be much more distorted than the surroundings. Mike says that his surveillance camera has never malfunctioned before this clip, and has never malfunctioned since. This is the only time this ever happened. So,
I didn't want to be caught on camera.
Is this simply digital distortion rearranging the features of an average person? Could it be someone wearing a mask? And either way, why does this odd glitch only occur right as this person enters the frame? Is it a witch, a creature, a thing, or simply digital distortion?
That don't look normal.
The Cage.
Oh.
Now, this next clip already appeared in a top 5 list on this channel a year ago. But no top 5 list of witches caught on camera would be complete without it. In fact, this is probably one of the creepiest paranormal videos I've ever seen.
Good.
So, in the small town of St. Osyth in Essex, UK, there is a very old abandoned prison called The Cage. The prison is unique in that for over 400 years, it served as a jail to confine and execute women convicted of witchcraft. Paranormal researcher Brian Mack and his crew went to the site to perform an investigation into the supposed supernatural activity in the prison. While there, the crew said that they heard strange footsteps and whispers. Lights turned on and off by themselves, and members of the crew were bitten or pinched by something that they couldn't see.
Why?
The experience was so frightening that some crew members actually refused to continue with the investigation. The creepiest and most bizarre experience of all came when Brian Mack's team attempted to perform a seance.
I remember seeing this on TV
while Brian
a long time
observed
ago.
from the other room.
Face has completely changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
Yeah, it was on.
Right, Debbie,
I'm pretty
you
sure
come
it's
down here for a
on
minute,
Paranormal Caught on Camera.
Weird.
Yeah,
Eyes were black.
I don't like this video.
As the seance begins, one of the women's
Oh,
face
she
seems to
looks so
transform
scary.
and contort in a horrifying way. Her nose seems to grow and her mouth curves into a bizarre, inhuman grin.
Ew, her eyes get
Face has
dark
completely
too.
changed. Doesn't even look like a person.
Right, Debbie, you need to come down here for a minute, please. Weird.
Ew.
The researchers become worried and call the woman out of the room. It was later found that even though the woman had been wearing several layers of thick clothing, she had a bizarre burn mark down the back of her neck. After the investigation, the woman says that she had horrible nightmares and experienced
Well, I'm
strange
sure.
things around her home. So was this woman possessed by the spirit of a witch? Or is it all just a trick of the light and the camera angle? A very, very bizarre trick. Let me know what you think.
I
Thanks for
think
watching.
it's
For all new
creepy.
videos.
So that was that terrifying reaction. You let me know your thoughts down below. I know some of you guys are gonna come for me and be like, not all witches are scary, but sorry. They are to me. So if you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on social so we can become friends. If you guys comment anything down below, I'll give you a shout out. Or if you have any video ideas for 31 Days of Halloween, leave it down below and then I will feature you in that video. If you have something for me to react to, let me know. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!
That sounded like a rap.